ICT Showcase has become ICTFEST, and it's an incredible opportunity to share, to gather information, and to basically showcase all that technology can do for our development. Mr. Dumit, welcome, and I would like to invite you to introduce your guest today, who will be presenting on today's topic, what's new in the world of APC technologies and ACT. Over to you.
Thank you, Mrs. Jonas. As Mrs. Jonas stated, ACT has been in the technology field for over 23 years, supplying Antigua and Barbuda with services and products with unlimited amount of support. This evening we have with us Mr. Franklin Guerrero from APC Schneider Electric, who is the sales manager for Miami and the Caribbean. He will be presenting us tonight all aspects of power protection, even generation. We will be touching on power inverters to be able to produce clean power as if you had alternating current in your house. I'm going to hand you over to Mr. Franklin Guerrero.
Thank you, guys. Can you move over to the front so I can, maybe I don't need to use the microphone. Can you move to the front, please? Oh, okay, okay. Never mind. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Exactly. So, for us, for APC and Schneider, it's all about our partners. So right now, we're here supporting ACT as our main partner, our only partner in Antigua. We have also the presence here of Mr. Dave Ram-Logan. He is from Trinidad, and he supports also for APC and Schneider, all the English Caribbean. When I got to the airport, the person on the immigration officer, he asked me, what company are you visiting? And I said, ACT. And say, oh, yeah. So they know everybody, they know ACT, and they treat me very well. They gave me VIP access, so you're a good big guy here, let me tell you. So going back to what I'm here is the presentation of the Schneider Electric portfolio. I want to take the opportunity to explain what is Schneider Electric and what APC significates in Schneider Electric. Okay, so one of the first, give me 1 second. One of the first things that Schneider is focused and has very clear in their mind is the energy demand will double by 2050. So that will represent a lot of power problems. So power problems will continue to happen all over the place. Europe, Latin America, you know we have a lot of issues here in all the countries in Latin America. So the demand in electricity will double. That also gives us a problem. We have to cut down in half our carbon dioxide emissions by 2050. And why is that? Just to give you an example, our new product line, like small UPSs for houses, in the software you can take a look at the carbon emission on that particular unit. And this is why, this is because in Europe they're measuring the carbon footprint of each individual. So they're calculating what's the carbon footprint on a specific house and a specific person. Why? Maybe in the future they will start charging on it. Okay? Hopefully we don't get that soon here in Latin America and all the islands. Okay, so that will, if we don't do this, we will have climate change, and we're going to have a lot of limitations in the resources. Okay, so if we don't pay attention to the carbon emissions, it's going to take us through a path that is going to give us a lot of trouble. But at the same time, we know that the consumption will increase, will double in a certain amount of years. So we have two problems. One is the carbon emission. Two is the high demand on electricity. That also will translate into higher prices on kilowatt per hour. So you're going to end up paying every year more in your electrical bill, okay? So basically, considering this, Schneider Electric has built up a lot of brands, have buy up a lot of brands to be able to offer a customer a solution, not only protecting their equipment, but also being very conscious with the environment, okay? So just to give you a rough, an example on the how Schneider Electric develops in what Schneider Electric is today. 1836, it was created, or it was the first Schneider Schneider was made as a company in France. A lot of people think Schneider is because of the name, and German company, but it's a French company, okay? So 1836, creation of Schneider Electric in France. Then in 1975, Merlin-Gerin is part in that moment of Schneider Group. Then 1988, Telemecanique joins Group Schneider, okay? 1991, Square D joins Group Schneider. Square D, Telemecanique, and Merlin-Gerin are well-known brands on the electrical part, okay, and electrical components. Then 1996, Modicon was bought by Schneider Group, and this brand gave Schneider a side in the automation industry, okay? 1999, Schneider becomes Schneider Electric, but they were only focused first in the steel industry. That's where they were born on. Then they moved to the power and control industry in 1999. Then in 2000, they bought MGE UPS system, all the MGE products that, I don't know if you know the brand here, but it's a very well-known brand in Europe and a lot of English Caribbean countries like French Caribbean, Martinique, Saint Barth. Then in 2003, they bought TAC. 2003 and 2008, they basically focused in buying a lot of companies in the wiring devices and home automation. They bought a lot of companies between that time frame. 2005, they bought Power Measurement Inc., dedicated exclusively on power measuring devices. They were producing and they were supplying and they were building a lot of power supply products, but they want to measure that the efficiency of those products. On 2007, they bought APC Corp and Pelco. APC was an American-based company based out of corporate offices in Providence, Rhode Island. It was an American company. They bought APC in 2007. They also bought Pelco. I don't know if you know who the Pelco brand for security. They bought Pelco at the same time. And in 2008, they bought Santrex. Santrex was dedicated mostly to renewable energies, power inverters, controllers, etc. 2010, they bought Arriva, and 2011, they bought Telvent. Also in 2010, they bought Uniflare, air conditioning, precision cooling out of Italy. Then they consolidated not only in the power and control, but also in the energy management, because they had UPSs, industrial UPS, they have data center UPS, they have measurement products also, software products. So they consolidate into an energy management company, okay? With those additional brands that they bought between 2000 and 2011. Just so you see the size of Schneider Electric, is at 22 billion euros in sales in the last 12 months. So it's the position 109, I think, in the Fortune 500 list of companies. 39% of the revenue come from new economies. New economies meaning China, India, Brazil, and the Latin America. 130,000 employees. This is a lot of employees, let me tell you, because if you compare it with a large distributor or a large company, they will basically have worldwide 10,000 employees, 20,000 employees. But here you have factory, you have distribution, you have human resources, you have all these persons coming from all the different brands and companies that they bought. Between 4 and 5% of their sales devoted to research and development. So we are including and adding up more products every day. Every year we are adding up more products to our product line. But the balanced geographies, so North America represents 23%. Eastern Europe, 32% of the total revenue of these 22 billion euros. Rest of the world, it means Africa, Latin America, everybody that doesn't have a proper name is in the rest of the world. And then Asia Pacific is the 27%. When they bought APC, they bought APC because they wanted to penetrate the North American market. They were basically zero. They were not selling a lot in North America. So when they bought APC, because it was well recognized in the US market, they bought APC because of that. They wanted to penetrate the market more aggressively, and APC was their choice to be able to do that. Diversify end markets. So since we are selling a lot of different products, a lot of different industries, you'll have utilities and infrastructure like power distribution, power generation, industrial and machinery, manufacturing. All the manufacturing are protected by, let's say, industrial UPSs, data centers with the APC products, non-residential buildings, all the products that are basically directed to buildings. And residential, but mainly all the residential is small electrical gear like circuit breaker panels, all the UPSs, surge protectors, etc. So how Schneider consolidate themselves as an energy management solution provider? Because they targeted from the production of the energy all the way till the consumption on it. So they are involved in the different aspects of the energy, from producing it and transmitting it to production, transmission, also going from the production up to a residence, to a house, to a building. So they are involved in all these different aspects of the energy, okay? Because they have products that are targeting all these different type of industries, type of production of energy, okay? So how do we do it? As you can see, we're involved from the generation, transmission, distribution, to the residential areas, to the industry, building, data center, infrastructure. Also involved in alternative ways of generating energy, like renewable energies, solar panels, wind turbines, and also different type of not using petroleum, but using other type of sources. Okay? Distribution that generation to the customers. I went the other day to a boat show, and I was amazed because I didn't know that we made those. But you know, every time you dock a large boat or something, you need to plug it in to be able to charge a lot of things and to run things. So all these ports that they have in the docks for them to be able to connect all these gears and all the equipment are made by Schneider made those. Also, internally in a boat, they need generation, either wind or an inverter. So also we are involved internally in a boat for power generation or power distribution. It's a small scale, but also we are involved in that. Okay. I don't know. There's a town up north in the United States that they have the largest quantity on solar and electrical cars, because it's a small town. They have most of the people living there. They have electrical cars, so they need charging stations. All these charging stations, most of the products used on those are Schneider Electric builds them. Okay. So why we decided to go into the market and buy a different brands to be able to give a solution to a customer? Because we wanted to be involved in all the areas on the power generation and power distribution. If you see a building and you want to target, you want to see, and you want to take a look at what products can Schneider sell to that building. Let's start for a single computer. We can sell a UPS or a surge protector. Then you can go to the data center, small, medium data center. We can sell a small UPS for a server room. We can sell a large UPS for a data center. But also, so just to give you an example, if you have like an elevator, you can power and protect an elevator with an industrial and building UPS. So it's a different UPS than the one that you're going to use in a wiring closet. It's a different UPS than the one you're going to use in a data center. But we also manufacture a building UPS for that purpose, okay? And then you can go to lighting or illumination. You can go to additional protection products like TVSS or everything else that is related to energy protection and energy consumption and power. We made products to be able to provide a whole solution. Just to give you an example on that, this is a list here of brands, okay? And let's apply that into a building. For example, in Schneider Electric brand, they have TAC, they have a lot of electrical gear brands, right? So you have like a simple on and off button to power a light. From the lighting itself, internally, all the switch gear, electrical gear provided by Square D, security in that building provided by Pelco, all the power protection for data centers, wiring closets, small UPSs, servers provided by APC. So all the brands will give an integrated solution to a customer. So most of the times, you go to a customer and you're basically focused on not providing because you're users, but let's say you're looking for a UPS for a server. Most likely, you will also need UPSs for computers, but also need protection for, I don't know, a source suppressor, industrial, residential source suppressor. So there's a lot of space for you to be able to look for products that will fit your specific need. And regarding power, Schneider wanted to have everything as an integrated solution. Let me go directly to what we're getting into the new product portfolio, and so you see also an overview on products itself, so you can identify a particular need that you have, or you can identify the market or the segment or that product can fit into, okay? And I added here, let's see new products in the APC line portfolio. So one of the things that we were maybe missing in our offering, it was a complete precision cooling solution, okay? We had in-row, but we were missing on perimeter cooling, and we were missing a lot of products directly in the perimeter cooling and data center cooling, okay? So in 2010, we bought Uniflare. Uniflare is a manufacturer of air conditioning and precision cooling out of Italy. Established in 1988, they specialize in the design, production, and marketing of precision air conditioning and technical cooling system. Originally, now, in the beginning, they were only present in 60 countries, but now they're adding up Latin America, North America, Canada as the list of countries because they were bought by Schneider. In the beginning, they were limited. Now we have a factory since 2010. We added up a new product manufacturing facility in the US for them, Schneider products, Uniflare products. So now they have another additional facility in the US, and now they're covering the US, Latin America, Mexico, Brazil from the US manufacturing facility, and also from the Italy manufacturing facility. So with this acquisition, what we did is complete our cooling offering, precision cooling offering and perimeter cooling offering, because we were lacking on a couple of products. So we have a new product like Amico, Leonardo, Wall Mountain, Monoblock, Gemini coming out of Italy. We have also the old system that we were using, rack air, precision cooling, in-row, chilled water, direct expansion, all the data center cooling solutions. Also we added up additional services and equipment around the cooling and precision cooling area. Also, we added one of the things that everybody in the IT industry was asking, and because energy management is so important right now, everybody was asking, how can we integrate the software to monitor the data center? Also integrates information coming out of regular comfort cooling, power generators, solar and alternative energy solutions. So they wanted to be able to control, monitor everything through a single source of, through a single device and software. And what they did is, we had measurement softwares and hardware coming out the other building and facilities and other Schneider Electric areas. So we wanted, what we did is integrated all the reporting coming out of the electrical gear, coming out the air conditioning, the comfort air conditioning, and coming out the power generation, power generators, and be able to consolidate everything into one single monitoring software. So that's why we come out with the data center infrastructure management. What we do with this is we can integrate facility power monitoring, facility cooling monitoring, remote energy monitoring, energy dashboard, everything, structural operations, everything together into one single reporting. So you can go, I went to visit a large data center, tier 3 data center, and they were getting information basically out of branches, consolidating the information of those branches in that software, and be able to monitor the efficiency of the air conditioning. They can control temperature of the air conditioning in remote sites. That way they will be able to manage their power consumption, and they will be able to efficiently manage their energy, okay? I've been talking and talking, you haven't asked any question. Either you don't understand my English or you're sleeping. Both. Oh, okay. Okay, so so you can understand basically what this structure management software suite is all about. Is data center facility management will get information from data center, power, cooling, and security. Then, if you see here, it says Ion Enterprise and then Continuum Vista. Those are software that will get information from different devices, power, cooling, transmission, generation, and will consolidate everything into one single control reporting software. So you can monitor, manage everything through one single device, okay? I'm telling you, people ask, because we had a pretty good software to manage a data center solution, but we didn't have a very good integration of other items into that software. So what we did is work on that and develop a solution that will integrate different reporting, even from Pelco security, from everybody, and be able to consolidate that information and put it in a language that everybody will understand, and then you can very efficiently monitor and manage the energy all over the place, not only in your building, but also in branch. Okay? So we're going to move a little bit to the part to the product itself, so you can see everything that we have. But what I want to show you this slide, because this shows basically what APC is all about. How APC is strong in one market, how APC moves to another market. In the beginning, there's some countries that they know APC for single phase units. You go to, let's say, Puerto Rico, and you say APC, they immediately relate APC with a desktop UPS, or a small unit, a small UPS for a single desktop. But they didn't know APC very well in Puerto Rico, for example, as a provider or as a manufacturer of three-phase UPS, infrastructure, solutions. They didn't know APC on that side. So we need to focus on that, because everybody knew we have a very good brand recognition locally, but they didn't know that we can go from a single 350 VA unit up to a megawatt or a 1.5 megawatt UPS. Then in the US, in the United States, we are very good in server room, small medium data center, network closer from small medium data center. Why? Because the design of the product, you can buy as you grow. You can, Dave, are you going to ask a question? Okay. So in this segment, we are, just so you know, in the United States, on back UPSs, small single phase units, APC has 80% market share. So everybody knows APC in the US on the small unit. But in three phase, the fight is different, because you have other manufacturers that are very good also in the US market. So we are very good in this segment. Network closet, server room, and small medium data center. Why? Because in the United States, they want to deal with one single provider. They don't want to be buying a UPS for one brand, and then a rack for another brand, and then a cooling device from another brand. They want to have one single provider, because that will help them get service and also warranties on the units, okay? And they will be selling, or they will be having a one single provider. They have more power requiring or calling or asking for service when you have all the units for one single supplier or one single brand. So in the United States, we focus on that. If you go to a lot of data centers in Latin America, you can see it's like United Colors of Benetton in data center, because you have like one UPS, one brand, one cooling device, other brand, then another cooling device for another brand. That's what, because somebody decided to go to one brand, and then the other people that got into the same position, then they bought APC, and then they went buy another brand. So you have a different, yes sir?
How many data centers in the Caribbean, and from what size? We have small data centers.
Yeah, definitely. We have, it's difficult because, for example, you can go to a country like, you know, like Guyana, and you can see in one particular country everything from APC, because you did a good job, you guys do a good job selling locally and convincing people, and we do the evangelize, right? Like promote the brand, and then they decide to go to one single provider. But you can see different type of data centers in different islands. The biggest ones, I'm telling you, if you give me an example or an island that you think we have the biggest deployment, the biggest data center. Give me a name on an island that you think we have the APC, not an APC, that we have in Caribbean the largest data center. Puerto Rico? Nope. 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 Curacao. So a small island has the largest data center. Why? Because they have a co-location there. They have a huge co-location e-commerce park, and we're talking a huge data center. And it's in Curacao. So you can go and see a small data center in Puerto Rico, because they don't know the product. We don't have a strong partner like ACT or like Dave that did the job convincing, showing people, getting APC to show their products, and then they have small data centers. They don't know about all the products that they can have, and they buy different brands. But when you have a partner that is certified, that can sell you the whole solution, that can service that solution, then you can get something small. It will transform to a big data center because of the partner itself. Okay. So a lot of people ask me, what data center have you seen? I have seen all of them. I have seen a single data center. We have pictures that you show that this is not what you need, like a mess on cabling, old UPS, and I have seen those in huge partners. I have seen a small UPS, a very old unit, a mess, because they haven't paid attention to what critical is the information for them. Okay, so they haven't paid attention. So when you see their data center, you'll see the same thing. If you don't pay attention, if you don't give the proper value to the critical aspect of the data center, then you'll have a mess of data center. But when you really give a value to it, when you really need the information, when you know it's critical, then you invest in products, in solutions for it. And let me tell you one thing. A lot of people, the other day I was talking to a customer, and he was asking for a 30 kVA unit, but it was the end user asking, person, he wasn't certified, that he didn't know anything about the UPS or the brand, but they were asking for a part number, right? So I involved a local partner that is certified, for example, like ACT. I involved one partner, and the partner went there, and you know what happened? The solution, they were asking for a 20 kVA unit. But because of the partner and because of the knowledge of the partner in the configuration, the pre-sale, post-sale support, they end up selling 5 racks, the 20 kVA expandable to 100, the 30 kVA unit expandable to 100 kVA. They sold cooling, precision cooling. So one opportunity that it was for a 20 kVA unit, because of the partner and the knowledge on the need of the customer, the end user, it was made customized for that particular end user. And at the end, it was the customer needed more product, but you need to partner, or you need to talk to the right people so they can give you a solution on it. You may buy a UPS, and then you will need to buy an additional equipment that if you buy it since the beginning, and you knew since the beginning that you will need it, you will basically save a lot of money and a lot of problems in the future. Okay. Also, just so you know, on the small medium data center and the server room data center, that's bread and butter. Every bank, every single company that has computer, that has a traffic in terms of business, in terms of information, they will have eventually a server room UPS or solution, or a small or medium data center solution. Large, extra large data centers are more, also that's something is growing, because they're doing a lot of co-locations, renting space and everywhere. There's a huge project that Schneider recently won, and guess in what island it was? Curacao again. The name of the project is CITEX. It's 5 buildings. They're building the first building now, and the whole solution, the whole package, the whole deal was like $22 million on Schneider products. On the APC side, it was like 10 million. So the business is growing. The data center solutions are increasing every day, because people are paying more attention to the critical aspect of the data center. Okay? So let's go a little bit into some product details. Okay? We saw that we bought Uniflare as a precision cooling brand. So we can complete our product portfolio on precision cooling. But I wanted to show you from a small solution for a simple customer, as a house. And I want you to understand the concept around the product, so you see how Schneider, how APC, and the concept of energy saving, energy management into a single UPS or a single surge protector. A couple of years ago, we introduced this surge suppressor. This is a residential small office surge protector. It will protect you in an event of lightning, any surge. Okay? But at the end, since we had all those products in the past, but we wanted to add to it the energy management and energy saving feature, because that's what we're selling right now, right? So what we did is, on this particular unit, the P8GT, we added up master control outlets, so you can decide when the equipment will be on or will be off. And it will help you to manage a single customer energy, okay? Let's say you have your computer connected here, and here you have all the peripherals like home theater, chargers, the monitor, the printer, everything, right? And you go out, you're in a meeting, you're in your office or you're in your house, but somebody called you, your wife called you and said, hey, go downstairs and let's go, we're late. But you forgot to turn up the computer, and also everything else is turned on because you had to rush and go out. The device will do it for you. So when the computer is connected here, the desktop, your CPU, right? And the rest of the items of the equipment, the peripherals, will be connected there. When this outlet senses that a drop on the power consumption occurs, he will shut down these outlets. So it will shut down everything. No, it cannot be. You told me 2 hours. Okay, so let me go fast then. So this is why we have integrated the power consumption, monitoring, and control over a single piece of equipment, so you'll be able to control how you spend your money. Okay, we have other ones I didn't include it here, like, that you can program 6 different time frames, so it's going to go up, on and off, depending on the programming. For example, if you program it to shut down at 8 a.m. in the morning and start working again at 6 p.m. in the afternoon, between those hours, no consumption will occur with that equipment. It's a single surge suppressor. So that's something that we added up to a particular unit so you can control and manage your energy. Okay? Also, the same thing we did with the single units, the single UPS. This outlet controls these outlets here. When the load drops here, it will eventually turn out the rest of the equipment you have connected there. Okay. Same thing added to the more high-end products. Smart UPSs for server protections. How many minutes? 10 minutes? 15 minutes? 10 minutes? 6:30. Jesus. Okay, Smart UPS Online, specific protection for digital equipment, lab equipment, laboratory equipment, servers, specific servers, telecommunication. You can add up to 20 battery packs to this, and you can extend up to 8 hours of runtime on this unit. But this unit is online, so you're going to need to find out if the unit of the equipment that you want to protect needs an online UPS. For example, an ATM machine, right? If the ATM machine feels something, there's some that can allow it, but if the ATM machine feels like a power drop or something, or some interruption on power, they will basically lose the programming. So they need an online UPS. This is the application, data network, industrial application, medical application, voice networks. Let's say you're going to do a DNA to see if one child is yours, right? And then you have a power drop and they said yes, but it isn't. That's a problem, right? You need a UPS to protect them. Okay, then we're moving up in the UPS side. This is the Symmetra LX, single phase UPS that goes from 4 kVA up to 16 kVA. The good thing about this, since I don't have a lot of time, is this. This is like a Lego. You know a Lego that you can build up? This is a Lego. This is 4 kVA power modules. As a matter of fact, there are 4 kVA power inverters. And these are the batteries. So this will hold up four 4 kVA power inverters. It will go up to 16 kVA, and this space here is for you to have a redundant power module or redundant power inverter. So it will have 20 kVA installed, but 16 kVA, we said 16 kVA N plus 1. So one unit is redundant. It will distribute the load in an event that some of these power modules fail. Batteries, it comes with two intelligence modules. That's like the brain, the computer of the UPS, and the display. But the good thing is here about this unit, and you will see it also in the three-phase solution, is that this UPS will allow you to grow as you grow. Let's say you have 4 children, 4 computers. No, that's not a good example. Let's say you have 20 computers, 30 computers in your office, but you're planning to hire more people and add more computers or add additional servers. You can buy 4 kVA, let's say 8 kVA on this unit, and then add additional power modules when you're adding up equipment to the load, okay? So you don't have to buy a different UPS. With the same frame, you can add up to 16 kVA. You can double stack it, put it inside a rack, so it doesn't occupies more space than you need to. Also, new rack. That's something we're selling a lot in Caribbean. Why? Because this rack is made, let me see if I have the back side. This rack is made for you to be able to have a server and a UPS inside your just born son. So it doesn't make any sound. It's soundproof. It can hold up. It has air distribution internally with fans. So it's a small rack designed for small spaces, for small companies, small businesses. We have power distribution. We have the basic, the meter, and the switch power distribution unit. So you can, from the UPS, distribute to your servers with the PDUs. You can have the basic as a basic solution. You can have the meter. Then you can meter the power consumption, and you can have this. You can buy the switchable that you can switch, or you can turn on off a particular device connected to the PDU. Well, one of the things, and I want you to pay attention to this, when you are dealing with ACT, you're not dealing with a company that will sell you one single UPS. They will sell you a solution. Even though you're looking for a UPS, their responsibility is to advise you, to let you know what products are available for you and for your specific need. Okay? They are trained, they are certified, and they are capable of do the pre-sale work and the post-sale. The pre-sale on the engineering side, the design side, and also the services. Okay, implementation, startups, commissioning, preventive maintenance. They are capable and certified to be able to do that. So every time you have a demand, a need in your company, please do not go to the easiest way around to look for a UPS, I don't know, in Amazon. Just go to a certified distributor and partner, and you have one locally. And as a matter of fact, he has been how many years as a APC sole distributor? Over a decade. I was like a little kid when he started doing this. So I was telling you, this is a good example. I'm from Dominican Republic. In Dominican Republic, the power sucks. It's incredible. So the other day, I read in the news that a couple of people, they got stuck in an elevator in a 20th floor, in the 20th floor, and they had to bring, everybody, police, everybody, fire department, everybody, trying to get those people out. And I said, this is incredible. So you know what ended up happening? We have a local partner, as ACT certified and everything, and they added up 3 Galaxy 3500 series to each one of the elevators. If something happens, the elevator will continue to run. You can, there's a life inside. You cannot risk that. So this is a solution, a building solution. This is not a data center solution. This is mostly a building solution, a different application, okay? But it's a UPS basically for that application. We have bigger UPSs in that particular product line, up to, you can have 3 500 kVA unit in parallel. So we can go up to 1.5 megawatts. So this is a building UPS. Going back to the Symetra, if you saw this slide, you saw here that you can grow in sizes. On the Symetra PX, this is a 3-phase solution. This is a data center solution. Same concept. You can add up power modules. In this particular unit, the power modules are 10 kVA. On the PX 250, the power modules have 25 kVA inverters, are power modules. So you can grow, you can buy a 250 kVA unit and grow it up to 500 kVA. Or you can buy a 20 kVA and grow it to a 40 kVA, or you can buy a 40 kVA and grow it to a 100 kVA, because you can include or add additional power to the unit as your need increases. Okay, that also allow you to control your spending. A lot of manufacturers, what they do is they sell you a 500 kVA unit, but you only need 100 kVA. But you're already paying for 500. In this, you pay for 100, and if you need to go up to 250, then you pay for the additional power modules, battery modules that you will need to be able to grow up to 250. This is a little bit on the design. Also, all the products are backed by APC services, have manufacturer warranty, startup commissioning, preventive maintenance, so you can add peace of mind to the equipment that you bought, okay, in the long term. You have any questions? I think I did it on time, but very fast. Do you have any questions? You have to sing.
Yeah, we are aware of the various companies, but not that they're on the Stridon.
Yeah.
You know, APC is a company that is very known within Antigua here.
Just let me give you. Let's see if I can run a video so you see. Jesus. There's a way to here, right? Where is the audio on this? I think I have it. Wait.
It's an exceptional quality
in everything we do.
For 170 years, Schneider Electric has been the global leader in energy.
What happened?
For 170 years, Schneider Electric has been the global leader in energy management. From our roots in iron and steel, as well as heavy machinery and shipbuilding, we have grown to be the most trusted energy solution provider. Renewable energy demands across the globe have increased, and Schneider Electric is pioneering innovative and lasting solutions. Our dedication to the renewable energies business was bolstered in 2008 when we purchased Vancouver-based Xantrex technology to substantially increase our presence in this vital field. Our combined strengths now position Schneider Electric as one of the foremost renewable energy leaders.
Schneider Electric, the global specialist in energy management,
Is committed to providing innovative solutions
best-in-class customer service,
An exceptional quality.
in everything we do.
we are dedicated to delivering
World-class renewable energy solutions.
The renewable energies business of Schneider Electric is focused on developing, testing, and selling products that our customers trust to operate efficiently today and well into the future. We set the bar high for ourselves at Schneider Electric because our customers demand exceptional solutions and service. We are committed to developing our knowledge and skills as the leading solutions provider and global specialist in energy management. At Schneider Electric, we are dedicated to helping our customers make the most of their energy.
Just so you know, one of the brands that we have, as they say there, is Xantrex. Xantrex is well known. In the beginning, they were known in the U.S. for the RVs, you know, the big home, how do you say, the RVs, like recreational vehicles, right? So they needed a solution because those are houses with wheels, you know. So they needed a solution to be able to power and distribute energy internally. So basically, Xantrex was born. First of all, and the name was Trace. Then Xantrex bought Trace, and then Schneider bought Xantrex. But they were focused onto RV solution and boats to be able to collect energy from power turbines or from solar panels, and to process it and save it in the battery, and then transform it to be able to for you to be able to use it as a regular source. So they were basically born out of that particular market, RVs and boats. Then the application moved to a whole new world, the renewable energy world. So Santrex will, all the products that they have, you have it available through ACT, and you have to pay a lot of attention into renewable energies, because there's a lot of countries, a lot of islands, because of the position of the Caribbean. We have winds and we have sun, so we can get the most out of both sources, wind and the sun. So you have to pay attention to it. You have to look for information, because it's very easy. You can, in the U.S., you can. They have a lot of rebates, the FPL and everybody, and they have something called the electrical counter. They can, a regular person can sell energy back to the FPL, because if you have renewable energy source in your house. So there's people basically installing the whole roof out of solar panels, and that will continue to provide power, and it will go to your consumption. But if there's any excess, it will go back to the power company, and they will deduct that from your consumption. So in the U.S., they're getting ahead of everybody. As a matter of fact, in this side, because Europe is the best there is in alternative energy, but in the US, they're paying attention to it because they're government incentives. So I suggest you go to ACT, look for information about renewable energies, about Santrex, because easily you can have at least 50%, very easy, of your power consumption getting in out of either sun or wind power. In the past, and I remember like 10 to 15 years ago, a solar panel will cost like $400, $500, a single unit. Now you have a solar panel that will basically cost $100. So technology in renewable energies, the cost is lowering every day, so it's more accessible to regular people like us. So please investigate, get to know the information on renewable energies. Ask ACT, they will be able to provide Santrex solutions. They will be able to provide, I don't know if you already make contacts with wind turbine manufacturers and solar panel manufacturers, but they can provide information for you to be able to buy a solution, a small solution, and then you'll see, you will love being able to reduce your cost of electricity because you pay attention on the renewable energy products and information, okay? You had a question that you didn't have because I interrupted you with that you didn't know that Schneider has all these brands. Right, me neither, I didn't know. I only know APC. No, just kidding. The thing is, there's a lot of brands that were maybe if you talk to, I don't know, your father or somebody older, they will say, oh, I knew a manufacturer of electrical gear back in the 20s or something like that. But if you pay attention to the brands, there's a lot of brands consolidated in the Schneider brand. So they used to, in the past, they were a brand, but now they're on the Schneider umbrella. So I think it's more than 100 brands that Schneider has right now as a portfolio.
Do Schneider sell solar powered generators?
No. We are basically focused on transmission, storage. Okay, so what we have is, for example, in the solar panel or wind turbine market, we have the controllers, the inverters, so you can invert from DC to AC and AC to DC. We have everything, all the switch gear, everything that you need. The only thing we don't have now, but I'm sure we have it soon, is the equipment itself, the solar panels, we're not selling solar panels. We don't have it in our product portfolio. We have everything else, and the wind turbines. But basically, those are manufacturers that are well known already. They have a lot of manufacturers of solar panels, a lot of manufacturers coming from wind. But the important part is not the solar panel, or is how you manage to get the energy from that source and transmit it and transform it so you can be able to use it in your house. And that's where Schneider has built up his product line. But I'm telling you, in the future, you'll see a solar brand as a Schneider brand and a turbine brand as a Schneider brand.
Does Schneider provide a guarantee after sale?
I didn't understand.
If Schneider provide guarantee after sales.
Warranty, yeah, definitely. Okay, here it is. There's a manufacturing warranty that goes out with every equipment. ACT is the service center, service provider in Antigua. So if you have a warranty issue on an existing warranty unit, you go to them. Also, there are service plans that goes beyond the warranty period that you can also buy through them. So let's say you can add up to 3-5 years, preventive maintenance, a lot of services that goes beyond the manufacturer warranty. Okay?
Okay, wonderful. Thank you very much. Are there any other questions? Because we are just about to wrap this up. This has been...
What about power management systems, like hotels have their guests in the rooms who probably leave for the whole day, and they come back in the night and the AC is running, the television is going, the lights are on, and they want to be able to control this system from each room, from the administration front desk,
right?
With the computerized system. You deal with that, right?
Right. Yeah. Let me give you, for me to be able to answer that, I'm going to give you an example on a company. There's a company you can log to the website, is climaactiva.com. They're based out of Puerto Rico. They focus on Puerto Rico market. And what they do is they go to your hotel and they do an energy survey. So they see what you have in terms of consumption, every equipment that you have in the hotel room. Because let me tell you, if you have an old AC unit, that unit is not efficient. So you have to start from scratch, So let's say a new hotel. If you have a new hotel, the best thing to do is, if you want to manage and have a very efficient way of controlling your energy expense, is so you involve ACT since the beginning, so they can do that energy survey, go evaluate everything that you're going to install. They will go back to APC also with that particular need from you, and then we will decide, they will configure a solution based out of your need. From what I have seen, if you have a building that is an old building, you can add monitoring and controlling and management on existing hardware. It's going to be more difficult, but it's possible, okay? But at the end, you need to know that you have to move from thinking that you want to manage an inefficient unit and moving to managing an efficient unit. If you, for example, if you go to a house that has old units, air conditioning, dishwasher, well, we don't use dishwasher in Caribbean, but let's say air conditioning, fridge, and everything else, but they are old, most likely they will not be efficient equipment. So it's going to be more difficult for you to be able to manage and control your consumption because you're not using efficient equipment on your side. But it's possible if you do it from scratch, or if you want to do it with a building or with a house that has already everything installed, you can go and attack those equipment separately also and control and manage them. Okay? Any additional question? You're going to ask another one because you were sent by somebody. Just kidding.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much. We'd like to give our presenter a round of applause for this very informative.
Thank you very much.
Presentation, albeit technical, but it's still very, very important because each of us, I'm sure, in this room would have at some point or other had the experience of inadequate power or unstable power, or we have lost our data, and we can get pulled out our hair in such circumstances. But now it's gone even further than that in terms of our technologies, but in terms of the management of our homes, our businesses, that we should look at solutions, complete solutions. And it was really important for our presenter as well to bring up the whole issue of renewable energy, and that is a direction in which we definitely, as small island nations, must look at. I would really like to thank you all for being here this evening, and if you were joining us, if you joined us earlier as well, I'd like to thank you for being a part of the ICTFEST 2012 seminars. We continue tomorrow starting at 9 o'clock, and it's going to be just as interesting, just as exciting. And so tonight, your only homework assignment. Can you imagine being in seminars all day with only one homework assignment? And that's simple. For you to either come back tomorrow, bring company, or to invite someone to come tomorrow for our sessions. You can come and spend the whole day. There are places that you can find something to eat, or if you have specific needs, you can use one of the apps on the booths outside where you can dial up and get dining areas. I think it's Island, it was an earlier presentation, Island Guide. So in other words, we can use technology to suit our particular environment. So this evening, we are very happy to have you, and I hope you have a wonderful experience tonight, and that all the things that you would have learned would have somehow started to create innovation and creative ideas within your mind, so that you can be not only today's inventor in Antigua and Barbuda, but tomorrow's inventor. So that 10 years from now, we can say, like Mr. Dumit, I introduced him earlier, that he's one of the pillars of our ICT development here in Antigua and Barbuda. All of us can make a difference in our national development through information communications technologies. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful evening.